Welcome back to John Cleese Car Audio's YouTube channel. This video is about a motorhome behind me where we've installed the ever so popular Kenwood DNR992 sat-nav unit with all the bells and whistles, including motorhome-specific navigation. We will go inside and show you it, but first of all, I want to start on the outside because I want to discuss how to get DAB on these vehicles in the best possible fashion. You can't really put a roof aerial on or any area around the back of it because it's all fiberglass. Windscreen aerials are okay and not too bad on like a unit like this, but if you've got the overhang where the bed comes over the cockpit, it's not very good because the overhang blocks DAB reception. So we don't recommend windscreen aerials on this. So what we've done on this one, we put a aerial on the wing, just like so. This is actually one of our favourite solutions. We've done well into 100 motorhomes with this aerial. It works extremely well, got a decent ground plane, and it picks up FM, AM and DAB, which you're going to see when I get in shortly. So from the outset, you're going to see this whopper, massive Kenwood screen, which is just big vehicle, big screen. It's kind of what you want. You want to see everything in a large fashion. You don't want to be struggling to see no navigation instructions or information on the screen. Bigger is better. We've wired up to the barrel. So for example, if I put the key in right here, leave the steering wheel with my knee, turn it on, the unit's going to come on like so. However, we've also wired the leisure battery somewhere else in this vehicle. I don't even know where it is, but our installer found it and put it. So what I can do is I go over to here, I push this button right here. That switches over to leisure battery when I take the key out. So if I take the key out now, unit stays on, won't do any drainage from the starter battery and continues to work on the leisure battery. We offer that as well. It's a great little option. This is the DNR992, as I said earlier. So I push the navigation button, you've got full built-in navigation. So now if I go to motorhome, it's Garmin navigation. We can actually set a profile for this vehicle right now. Let's go units. I work in meters. We don't work in medieval times here. 2.5 meters, next. Width in meters of 2.5. Length in meters, let's go with 6 meters. Next. Enter profile name, test. So there we go. That is the profile for this vehicle now. The reason why you have this is now, assuming that you've obviously filled that incorrectly, this sat-nav will not take you down roads that are not compatible for your vehicle. So you can always put more of a margin area if you don't want to go down roads that are really tight, or if you've got a trailer on the back, or if you've got a temporary structure on the top that you put on, whatever. You can edit the profile before you go on your trip so it doesn't take you down roads that aren't suitable. That is why you have this system. And the other main reason is my phone's not even connected, but I've got navigation, so I'm not relying on my phone, so I can go where to. I can then go to, let's just go address. Let's change country. Let's go to Germany. And let's go to enter Spale town. I don't know any towns, so I'm just going to go R. And then go to rat. Let's go done. Yes, done. Yeah, come on. Let's just do a test thing quickly. So it's going to work the route out from where I am to some random street in Germany that I just guessed right now. And it's calculating the route from here to there right now. Might take a while, being quite a long route. But hey, let's put it through its paces. 41%, 59%, 74%. I was going on quite quickly. I really am testing it. Let's see what the arrival time is. Route passes through an environmental zone. Okay, cool. Accept. Thank you for telling me. Here we go. Arrival time of 394 miles and at 12:11.
The highlighted route.
That's not too bad, actually. That's quite a quick time. Probably take less time to drive to Cornwall, in all fairness. Okay, so enough of the navigation. You know how Garmin works. You know how the profiles work. I'm going to show you how to get your phone connected. It's wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. So you touch the symbol down here, and then we go to settings, and then we go to Bluetooth on your phone. You're going to search the devices, and we're going to look for it down the bottom. And if your iPhone 17 is pathetic like mine, then you need to turn Bluetooth off and back on again to make anything visible, just like that, because Apple really did a bad thing with this new phone. Allow, hit yes on here, and within about 3 seconds, probably less, 1, 2, oh, even less, connect to CarPlay, and then we just wait for it to do its handshake. Your phone can just be thrown on the seat, and then in a few seconds, you're going to have wireless Apple CarPlay on the screen, just like so. Also supports Android Auto, but none of us here on the dark side, we always use Apple here. So now the customer has also got access to Google Maps, Apple Maps, Waze navigation, and TomTom navigation, as well as internet radio apps and music apps like Spotify, Tidal, YouTube Music, and all the usual Apple Music. Extremely easy to use. The Kenwood is a great unit. If you don't like the angle of the screen, guess what? You can just change it. Doesn't rattle. It's a very stiff angle in adjustment on this, and you can choose whatever angle you want, so you can have it completely flat if you're worried about glare. It's a really great bit of kit. You can, on installation, we can have it higher or lower, but I like it here because from my viewing angle, I don't get any blind spot on top of the dash. I can still see the top of the dash. Have it too much higher and you might find you start seeing the screen and not the actual dashboard or the road in front of you. Tell you what, go through DAB actually. I'll show you how good the DAB is. So if we go to settings on here, go to DAB radio, we go to search, and then here's the DAB listing. So you can go down your channels. When you've got the one you want, for example, I don't know, let's go to Mellow Magic. Who doesn't like a bit of Mellow Magic? It'll find it, wait a few seconds, and then you've got radio like this. And then you can go to CarPlay. Oh, we'll tell you what we also did. We hooked up the original reverse camera on this. So if I turn the ignition on, because you will have to have ignition on for this, hold down the button, there's the reverse camera. Now, I didn't select reverse because we've also done it, we've also connected the camera works when they're going forward, so you can use it as a rear view mirror and it will switch in reverse as well. So it is a cracking bit of kit. DNR992, we've done loads of these. There's quite a few on our channel, so if this particular video isn't the one for you because maybe you have a slightly different year Ducato, chances are we'll have another one under the motorhome playlist for you to look at on the Kenwood DNR992 RVS. 3-year warranty as well, good rotary knob. I mean, it hasn't got steering wheel controls in this, so actually having this to turn the volume up and down is very handy, so we like that feature as well. Handy buttons along the bottom, so you're not forever trying to find touchscreen buttons. You've got shortcut to voice, shortcut to CarPlay, shortcut to nav, and shortcut to the home button. It's a cracking unit. Best unit around, available right now for a motorhome. This is Connor from John Cleese Car Audio, and from all the team here, see you soon.